Hi, welcome to Rose Opal Knits. This is Erica. We recently published our DK weight sock recipe for the magic loop method. You can find that at our website, roseopalknits.com. And this is a short video to go over the gusset setup and decrease section. So I have my sock here. I'm holding two strands of fingering weight together to get a DK weight. I am currently knitting this sock with a 40-inch cable, Chalgu needles, on a US 3.25 millimeter. And I am knitting the medium size. The recipe has a small, medium, and large size. I have 14 stitches left after my heel turn, and I am going to have these stitches along with the stitches that I pick up here and the stitches I pick up here, all located on the back needle to knit the gusset decreases. So the first thing I'm going to do is knit, or rather pick up 12 stitches here along this edge. I finished picking up the 12 stitches along the edge here. I picked up 11 along the slip stitch edge, and then I picked up the last one between the bar of yarn that runs between the back needle and the front needle. So I want these stitches to end up on the back needle with these heel turn stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the cable through and just let them stay together. Now our pattern recipe says that I need to knit across these stitches here on the front needle. These are the original sock stitches for the front of the sock, and depending on what size you knit, you'll either have 20 stitches, 24 stitches, or 28 stitches. I have 24 stitches because I am knitting the medium. So I'm going to go ahead and knit those stitches. Okay, I have now knitted across the 24 stitches on my front needle, and the next thing that the recipe says to do is that I need to pick up my stitches along this edge. I need to pick up 12 stitches there. So I'm going to pull this needle out and knit those. Okay, I picked up my 12 stitches. I picked up the first one at the bar of yarn that goes between the front needle here and the back needle, and then 11 more for a total of 12. You can see that the front stitches of the sock are right here on this cable. We have some cable out this way and some cable out this way to keep everything separated. So our sock recipe says that to knit the gusset decreases as they are written in the recipe, you are going to want to position these stitches here that you just picked up with these stitches along here. So we're not going to pull the cable out and join these with the front stitches. We are just going to leave the cable like this. Push this needle in here. Pick up our yarn. It's a little tight. And start knitting across. I will read you what the recipe says. It says that these stitches will need to be on the back needle to complete the gusset decreases as written below, so adjust your needle and cable to accommodate them. Knit across the rest of the back needle stitches, including the first set of stitches that you picked up. Okay, so that's what I will do. I finished knitting the rest of the stitches, and now the gusset setup is complete. So just to show you here, I have the 24 stitches that I need for the medium size along the front needle, and then along this back needle I have the first 12 stitches I picked up, the 14 stitches that were left after the heel turn, and the 12 stitches that I picked up second, all on the back needle together. So now all the gusset decreases will happen on this back needle. The sock recipe says that next I need to knit a decrease round, and the instructions for that is on the front needle, just knit across these stitches, and then when you get to the back needle, you will knit one, slip, slip, knit, knit across until you have 3 stitches left, knit 2 together, and then knit 1. After that, you will knit a round, and then you will knit a decrease round, and then you will knit a round and a decrease round. Now, some of you may have thought to yourselves, oh, why are we knitting across the first 12 stitches we picked up, but we didn't do that over here, so it's not symmetrical or even? And you are correct, it's not. But this is how I do my heels, and this is how I've done my heels for a couple years now, ever since I started sock knitting and fell into my vanilla sock knitting groove. Especially once I started using magic loop. However, even when I knit my socks with 9-inch circulars, which I do a lot, I still knit the heel flap and gusset magic loop. I think it's easiest when you're decreasing down to do it this way. It makes sense in my brain. I know that other people, they reposition their stitches so that, you know, half of the sock is on one needle and the other half of the sock is on another needle, and then other people place a marker where they want their beginning of round to be, and then they do their decreases that way. And I mean, that's all great, it works, but for me, this is what makes sense in my mind. The beginning of round is at the beginning of the first needle, or the front needle, and then all the decreases along the back. Of course, you can knit your heel any way that makes sense to you. But I did want to show you this pair of socks I recently finished for my husband. He hasn't worn them yet because it's gotten warm, so they look nice and new still. But I think I knit the majority of these on 9-inch circulars, but again, I did the gusset setup and decrease magic loop, and that's how I did this. So there's my pickup side there and there. Show you this one here and here. And you really don't notice a difference, and I don't notice a difference when I'm wearing them. And the people that I've knit socks for and given as gifts, they've never said, hey, it feels a little off on one side. No, they say, these fit great, knit me more. So I just wanted to show that to you, and I hope that you enjoy knitting DK weight socks as much as I do. I prefer to knit DK weight socks because I prefer to wear DK weight socks. But I also knit fingering weight socks and wear those too. That's it. Thanks for watching.